Welcome back to KTM Friday Briefing. Time for our guest anchor segment. And tonight is very interesting. Thank you for joining us, Mark.
I appreciate it a lot.
Mark Mbugua is a personality coach, and he is going to be telling us what our handwriting says and so much more. But first, I want to understand, is this a gift? Is this something you learned? How did you know that you can actually do this?
All right, first and foremost is to thank you. It's good to see you back.
Thank you. Bet Your Curry.
Yes.
Bet Your Curry is the name.
Good. So this is a God-given gift.
Okay.
And it's very important. I do point out my background. I'm a born-again Christian.
Okay.
And I say this to share the genesis of this gifting. So it's not something that I learned in school, though school played a part in enhancing the gifting.
Okay.
So this gifting is used to help people identify their uniqueness. And so it's more about knowing what you're good at and what you're good for.
You know, you're explaining it so subtly, but earlier on when we were talking, you said that you actually go into a company and you can tell the person who's best suited for something. Like if you come to KTN, you'd be like, you know what, Betty's not good for TV, please take her back to the gallery or something.
Sure.
That's also what you do.
That's also what I do, and I do this full-time as well. I've been doing team building projects in companies where I'm called to really know the skill quality within the company. This is very important. Are we able to know our personality compatibility within the organization? What kind of conflicts are we likely to have, which puts me in a position to predict some of these issues that are likely to happen. So it's knowing who's good for where, and not just one career, 5 other areas that they can excel in. So you could be good at a certain area, but you are more inclined to excel in another area. So that's why we have this career transition, but within the company. So you and whatever you have recommended has actually been put in place. So we're talking about you went into a company and said this person doesn't fit here, and they actually changed. And was there what were the results like? It's very important I first of all meet the individuals and help them understand this is not a career attack. It's
a career attack.
A career attack. Because again, when you talk about relocation, someone feels, hey, are you really attacking my career? So it's more about knowing, do you know what you're gifted at? And this has worked. Once they know what they're good at and what they're good for, people have actually came back, and I'm saying this as a testimonial, came back and said, I really didn't know this is an area that I could excel in. Actually, I'm best wired for this kind of gifting. And so it's really more about knowing what you're good at. That's the most important thing.
So what are the indicators? What do you use? I know handwriting is one of them. But what else can you use to kind of like harness this information from someone?
One avenue is through colors.
Colors?
There's a lot that colors say about you.
Really? So what if you I like 10 different colors? Because of some other background. So I mean, so from all that you can still tell the kind of person someone is.
Absolutely. From how these colors combine, they give a hint to what irritates you in the process. So there are 3 avenues. One is through handwriting, how you walk, how you talk. Colors as well, how they are combined. We're able to tell also what irritates you. And I'd like to give an example. And I keep sharing this before. I've shared this before, that is, rather. If you're good at putting things in order, you're good for managerial gifting and leadership skills. So your irritation is important, and that's what I want today's viewers to really know about themselves as well. So
I want us to do an exercise, and you had mentioned about handwriting, and we have so many people who've sent in their handwriting.
That's great.
So the thing is, I want also to start with mine. I hope I won't overexpose myself. So let me write something, and then we can start with what my handwriting says.
Sure.
What do I write? It's great to be back on Friday briefing.
Oh, that's great. It's great to be back on Friday briefing. One thing that you notice is how thin the handwriting is.
Okay.
And there's normally what I say, there's what I share confidential.
Okay.
Confidentially with you, separately, and there's what is really striking out. You're well balanced when it comes to sensitivity.
Oh, what does that mean?
Now, this means that to you, words really mean a lot.
Okay.
For those people who really know you, you're a strong motivator. You're well balanced, and like I said earlier, you have a very good eye for detail.
Wow. Okay.
Which means you really work hard in bringing out the best in people.
Okay.
Now, when I say you're selectively sensitive, is when some words may come in too tough. So reactions really matter a lot to you.
Okay.
But
well,
more so about you is that you give it your all.
Okay.
And that's something that, and there's a lot of vibrance with your personality.
Wow.
It's a unique asset, and I feel you need to really take care of it.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I like that. So earlier on, I just gave you some of the handwritings from my colleagues, and also someone very special to me. We'll start with that one. Is from my colleague, Sarah. What does that say about her? Maybe we can have the camera close.
Sure. It indicates laugh loudly, cry openly, live freely, you are still alive, act like it. Hashtag Friday Briefing at Asha Fox. What we have here is a very open person. Someone that you can connect with, and someone that you can actually create a conversation with. That's something likable about this person. But one challenging thing is you do not need them angry, because
if they get angry,
they're very, very reserved about themselves.
Okay.
So they have no problem with you approaching them.
Okay.
But again, they're very reserved. There's that thin balance about them.
Okay.
But they're good at striking conversations, and something strong about them is their personality. It's a very likable personality, very laughable personality as well.
That's good. I know that about Sarah. The next one is from that's someone special from home who sent me that one too.
Right.
Yeah.
What you have here is a great thinker.
A thinker.
A thinker.
Okay.
And I like to say, because there are actually 8 types of thinkers, but this is an acute thinker. He should be excelling in matters to do. I don't know, maybe way back, poetry is really good. This is someone who's really reserved, great with words, very personal with you, and they can be misunderstood to be antisocial, but they're not. It's just that they take time to digest information. Most of the experiences, well engraved in their lives. By that I mean they're reserved persons. But what I love about them is these are the kind of people who may pay some price, a heavy price, just because of their personality, but it's likable, it's lovable. These are the kind of people who are selfless with you. If they focus with you, they are selfless.
They're selfless.
Love them back as well.
All right, fine. So I want to get some of the handwritings from my very, very lovely viewers. Let me get some of the handwritings. So many. Okay, let me see which one I'll choose there. There's one more there. Someone wrote, I love Friday Briefing. That's a colleague too.
One says that welcome to Friday Briefing.
Welcome to Friday Briefing. That's a friend of mine.
Okay. Chances are high that they have very bright colors.
They have bright colors.
The chances are pretty high.
That's true.
And they love things brief.
Okay.
And they're into the latest trends.
All right.
So I'm assuming if they are into careers that deal with fashion, interior designing, that would be a perfect blend for them, because they really do not need an office as such, because they're quick thinkers. They develop their own businesses.
All right.
So you have a very innovative person here.
Okay.
Right.
All right, fine. So I want us to walk to our super wall. We have some more of the handwritings from my viewers who, of course, want to know about what their handwriting says. This one, I cannot see the name, but I'm sure if they're at home, they can see their handwriting. Tell us, welcome back, thank you. So what can you tell from this person? What can you derive from this? Okay,
Betty, what we have here is someone who is open-ended, and by that I mean you can see the large spacing that's there.
Okay.
This is someone who really approaches life with great caution.
All right, with great caution.
Great caution, and they're very sensitive.
Okay.
So they are well spaced out. If you know them and bring out the best in them, this is someone who can really surprise you once in a while.
All right.
So that's what I see about them.
Okay.
Though they really need to work on trust issues, I can see there are challenges to deal with trust and loyalty here and there.
You can see that from the handwriting?
I can see that from their handwriting.
Okay.
So if they are in a relationship, perhaps that's a challenge that they may have to give themselves freely to someone.
Okay.
Especially if they've gone through a breakup or not.
Okay.
But through this they need to tread carefully.
Okay.
Trust more.
Okay.
Get loyal with more.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's have another one. Oh, that's very dark. Director, if there's another one, perhaps it's too dark, that one we can't see properly. Okay.
Right.
Let's talk about that one.
Wow.
A lot of wording there.
A lot of wording there we have. I'll go for particular alphabets that I'm seeing.
Okay.
That would be the second point. That would see the W, the I, and TS as well. What we have here is also a great thinker, I would say as well. And like I said, there are 8 types of thinkers.
Okay.
What you also see there is some ideas are fitting in within the same line. Now this is someone who has everything everywhere.
Okay. Everything everywhere.
Everything everywhere. But they know where everything is. That's the twist about it.
Okay.
But beyond that, I see someone who's very creative. This is someone who is perfect for intellectual careers.
All right.
With no doubt.
With no doubt.
Because they're so good when it comes to dealing with people, but also very protective as well. We have someone who can also be really misunderstood, but we also have someone who's a long-term thinker. That's what I see strongly in them.
Wow.
So is a melancholic sort of thinker, reserved, but with brilliant ideas. If you're listening to me, I don't know.
I think it's Mugambi. Please tweet me and tell me if what he's saying is actually accurate.
Sure.
And we'll be talking about more about that. We'll be showing more of the handwriting pictures that you've sent on the Twitter handle, my Twitter handle, or the hashtag Friday Briefing. Keep them coming. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Because we'll be getting to serious matters now.
All right.
So Mark is still with us. Keep those pictures coming. We'll be able to talk about so much more about your handwriting and the colors.
Right.
I personally love red, pink, purple. I love all the colors. What does that say?
Now, red and purple are strong colors.
Okay.
On a good day, you're very direct.
Okay.
You're an approachable person. On a very bad day, sometimes your words may come in a little bit too strong for somebody.
That's true.
So people again would prefer you in your best mode.
Okay.
But apart from that, you're a sociable, you're a likable person and a friendly person.
Wow, thank you. I hope you're not just saying that because
no, I'm not just saying that.
On
that's
my
real.
set. Okay, fine. So we now want you to introduce to us, you know, to Anka as my guest, to just basically see if you, apart from being a personality coach, you can actually do this as your part-time job.
Right.
Yeah. So we have the script is going to be here. There it is. But I want you to read from the auto cue there. That's why it's tricky. It's tricky there. Here it's easy because it's like reading the newspaper.
Exactly.
So I want you to read from there. Introduce yourself. And take it away.
All right, thank you, Betty.
All right.
My name is Mark Mbugua. I'm a certified personality coach, and I'll be taking you through now for some bizarre news. An 11-year-old boy from Kabete has been the subject of religious attention after close family and friends reported that he had been possessed by evil spirits. KTN's Trix Ingado has that story.
Wow, interesting story there. Coming back to our guest Anka, so many questions. You did well, by the way. I think I'll give you 8 out of 10.
Whoa.
8 out of 10, you really did well, and you looked the part. So you might see my my managing editor Joe Agil Monday morning. All right, fine. So I want us to go through some of the handwritings that people are sending us, and this is Brenda Kanana Bressam. What does her handwriting say about who she is, her character?
Right, Brenda, you have a very interesting handwriting actually, and it's well spaced out. I see someone who's got well-balanced emotional control of themselves, and that's very important to say. What I also view that you really need to work on is being sensitive to other people's opinion. which again comes in, your words are quite strong sometimes, and when you incline to your own opinion, sometimes people feel that you're not giving room to them.
Wow.
So this only works on the bad side, but on the good side, I see you as a motivator. You come in with ideas even when everything is drying up. That's a likable personality about you.
That's good. Moving on to Faith Jacqueline. She says, Washe, please analyze my handwriting. I have two handwritings. Tell us about Faith Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, you're versatile. That's what I can see. Having two handwritings, which I believe you have one extra, and the way I see you apply pressure on the paper is like you can flip over and see the photocopy on the other side. Talks about sensitivity once again. So what I see about you is that you know what you want and you go for it. That's something likable also about you.
Wow.
The key thing is involve people, because you work best through involvement. Really?
Yes. Okay, Faith Jacqueline, there you go. Someone here, Evelyn Wamboi, one of the last ones. I love your show, Betty Okari. Thank you so much and welcome back. What does Haz say about her?
Evelyn, one key thing about you also is about your personality. I can see that you've gone through a lot, and that's one key thing. And like I said, there's information that's really personal. But beyond that, I love your bounce back kind of thing, and how you just come back and bring yourself and pull yourself up. That is something like about you.
Wow.
You're strong, you're confident, and beyond criticism, I love just how you embrace it and move on.
Wow.
So that's something personal to you. This has nothing to do with career. This is something to do with your personality.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the people who he's analyzing their handwriting, tweet me, tell me if he's accurate. Give us feedback on what he is saying about your handwritings. We'll continue looking at some of them later on in the bulletin, but for now we want to take a short breather so that he can relax and look at many more. We'll be right back.